All right, everybody, we have the moment of truth, the moment you have all been waiting for. I have dragged my wonderful girlfriend, Katerina, on for a video. We're going to be reviewing, I guess, the entire season for House of the Dragon Season 3. I'm going to try and shut my mouth a little bit, because I have a 7-hour video talking about it. So I guess this is just you getting your ideas out there, because they have wanted to hear from you. So I guess...
People wanted me.
I guess so. So... I guess first question, how do you feel about this season overall, and how does it compare to the other seasons for you?
I think this is definitely my least favorite season of the 3. However, I think I have more positives than you do, based off of the fact that I've had to, talk you off the ledge a little bit with the hate.
You couldn't say worst season? You had to say least favorite?
I said least favorite. I think it still had some really, really high moments, but also some low lows, and I think it had more lows than the rest of the seasons, in my opinion, because I really like the other 2 seasons. Obviously, they have flaws. They're not perfect. Respect George in the book and all of the writing and whatnot. However, I find more redeeming qualities than you do. Mm-hmm. I think the start of this season was really, really awesome. We both had some really great times watching it, despite what he wants to say on the internet. He did enjoy some of it, I promise you. However,
I said I liked episode 3.
There were also some, really slow moments, some things that didn't really make sense, in my opinion, some things that I just didn't, connect with. Rhaenyra as a whole this season, I didn't really, vibe with, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, I mean, they know how I feel.
Oh, we know.
They know how I feel.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, I guess I agree 100%. Could you give best and worst episode, or favorite to least favorite?
I think that I'm really bad with remembering, episode names and titles and numbers and whatnot.
We don't need to know the names.
But I think I have more so just favorite moments rather than, episodes as a whole. Any moment with Aegon, really loved. The scene of him getting, spoken down to and being told, you've kind of been a jerk this whole time and, nobody cares about you. I think that episode was awesome. I think that the episode of him with Sunfire was really, really great. I think the episode of Rhaenyra finally getting to the throne and, learning the ins and outs and the little things, I think that was really cool. Even though it was a slower episode, I like when they slow down for that kind of a purpose, not when they're trying to make a trailer for the next season.
Yeah, that was episode 2 was our initial rift, because you really liked her ascending the throne, and that, upon rewatch, is probably my second least favorite episode in the whole season.
I think that I don't like the scene of her and Otto. I don't like that.
You don't like Otto getting beheaded?
No.
Okay.
I've come to really not love that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the follow-up of, her kind of just, tweaking out a little bit and, getting a little bit overwhelmed and not really understanding, there's a lot more that comes with this other than just, sitting on a throne. So I was really dissatisfied with Otto's death. I've come to not like it.
I don't like how he's treated like he wasn't important to the story. That's what gets me. I'm okay with him being viewed in a more dark light by Team Black, because obviously he started the whole thing to usurp her throne, but him getting 2 mentions after his death, and then you can tell me if you disagree, it felt like the writers really wanted to punish Otto.
I just don't like that she hesitated to do it. I have less of an issue with her beheading him because, duh.
Neither do I.
I think that element of it makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. I don't like that she, didn't feel like she could do it. I feel like that doesn't do the character justice. I feel like, I haven't read the books, but from what you've told me, it's not portrayed like that at all. She comes off as really strong and really badass, and, she just owns it. Mm-hmm. Whereas this season of the show, which is why I'm not learning to not like it, but, feeling it out a little bit more and, understanding where people are coming from, she just doesn't have the sense of, I'm the queen like Daenerys had. Daenerys just owned that shit, where, she's kind of, struggling. She's not really feeling 100% confident. She's crying all the time, which is fine. I cry every day. But I think that she just, feels a little bit weaker, which is human, but I want to see her, just be nah, this is mine. I worked for this my whole life. I deserve it. this is why.
Yeah.
Like, and they aren't giving her that treatment. Like, she's acting like she's never once known how to lead, or like didn't sit there and listen to them talking all those years, and like didn't understand the ins and outs
She was
of what
in the
she
small
was doing.
council.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why when she got there she was just like unaware of how to rule.
What I was thinking about is how in episode 2 of season 1, she's the one to defuse the small civil war with Daemon when he stole her brother's egg, and she flies to Dragonstone, plants Cyrax on the bridge, gets in between him and Otto, and is just like, give me that egg. Like,
he's also just been leading this whole time, which like is fine. He's doing a great job, and I don't hate his character. I don't think it's his character's fault. I just think that it's her fault for not outshining that.
Yeah,
like,
he should
be doing what he's doing, maybe a little bit less, but she should just be doing that much more to where it doesn't make that much of a difference.
So and I explained this to you night of with episode 2, and episode 2 is when I really started getting scared, is I'm okay with him being the one to lead the fight, but have her walk. So who I was thinking about is Silco from Arcane. How Silco isn't the one...
I'm always thinking about Silco.
But he isn't the one to physically go after other people unless it's some type of backstab. Mm-hmm. He sends Savika, he sends his other goons, but you know that it's Silco, that he's the problem. It felt like the Daemon show when she takes the throne, and then as you just said, I'm also okay with her being emotional. She just lost a child. I understand there's a lot of emotions there, but where is your fire?
I don't think they're showcasing enough how awful that is. Like, I think they brushed over it really quickly.
Yeah.
I think that, like, the children dying didn't have enough repercussions, and they're not showing that, like, I'm doing this for them. She's just kind of just weak, and it doesn't make sense. I don't think they're showing it the way that they think they are.
Yeah, one of my big criticisms, and I haven't talked to you about this because I don't want to spoil what I thought really, is I don't like how her madness is linked to this religious fanaticism instead of her children. Mm-hmm. You know, because in the books, especially after Jace dies in the books, there's a line, I don't know the specific wording, but it's after he dies, she's sharpened by it. She becomes far more ruthless, far more angry. And
I was excited to see that.
Yeah, because as
someone who's lost someone, I get that feeling of just, like, willing to do anything and just, like, I'm doing this for them, and just, like, owning that. And I don't think she really has, on screen, at least.
My biggest frustration is I feel that... I mean, I said it. I posted it that I like season 2 for the most part. I think it's better than season 1 in some ways, and I think people overhated season 2 even though it has problems. But going into season 3, there was just a fire that we needed from her that she never had. And I want to ask you about this because I actually lost my mind on stream yesterday. I lost my mind. Someone posted it on Reddit, me freaking out. I don't like how she spends the whole season being more tame and then just kills the High Septon. What? I feel like she's the snapping point, also her being abusive to Helena and
I
Bela.
said, as we were watching that, I'm like, why is she only being cruel to Helena? Like, she doesn't have that factor with anybody else in the whole show. She just has it with her. And that, like, she should be doing that with multiple people if she's going to be known as the cruel. Like, the fact that you're only doing it to one person, like, it doesn't make sense to me, especially her.
Yeah, I agree. Know. Now, the next question I have for you, I've been waiting for this for weeks, and I think the fate of how people feel about you on this channel will be decided with this one question.
Okay.
How do you feel about two for one? Criston Cole as a character and the way he's characterized. Like, how do you feel about the whole process of creating that character?
I think he had so much potential and got so weakened somehow because they didn't, like, properly explore the right things. And I don't think they went into it in depth enough. I think they started to and then realized, like, oh, we have to show other people, and, like, took a step back. I think that him being so in love with Alicent and, like, not realizing that she kind of did the same thing as Rhaenyra and also used him, and he just, like, didn't care about that after caring about it so much with Rhaenyra, like, just makes no sense in my mind. Because, like, I would have loved to seen him be like, you're all corrupt, like, you're all awful people, and just, like, back off. I would have loved that.
I think that's what they were getting at with Gwaine when he gives Gwaine the speech of, I've been in servitude my whole life. But then he also has the goal of having songs sung about him, so they reach Alicent. I just feel top to bottom, from season 1 to season 3, it felt like they never knew what to do with him, and every time he would get really good, it's like Sanji from One Piece. Every time they'd give him some characterization, they would just kneecap him. And how did you feel about the way his death was handled? Because
I think if placed properly, it would have made a lot more of an impact. But because it was just placed at the beginning of an episode and then the rest of the episode was kind of blah, like it just got lost and it just got forgotten almost, and they literally haven't mentioned it since. And I think they felt like they had to do it for that, like to draw people in, and then it just went nowhere. I also just think it would have been interesting if it turned out that like he was using them all along. And, like, instead of him just being fascinated by her and, like, holding the cloth at the end, like, I think it would have been interesting if him the whole time just, like, was using them for his own benefit the way they did to him.
Yeah, so what you're getting at is how he's closer to that in the books, where they call him the Kingmaker, because he's the one who's really pushing for, I believe it's Aegon. He's really behind the ascension and keeping things in line. He's ambitious. And what gets me about his character, and you can add on to this, because I'll be honest, like, a female's perspective on this is needed, because women hate him on TikTok right now.
Someone's gotta do it.
Someone's gotta do it. He's the most mentioned character from Fire and Blood in the main series. And the impact he has on the story, he changes the entire scope.
He didn't have that.
So with that being said,
I would love to see that.
With that knowledge, do you feel satisfied with the character?
No, not at all. But I wouldn't even had to have read the book to know that. Like, I know that they didn't explore him enough.
Yeah, the books...
And he wasn't used properly.
Towards the end of A Dance with Dragons, when we get Barristan's chapters, he thinks about Cole a lot, and how Cole was ambitious, and how because of that he's remembered to be this strange and not honorable dude, but how he's kind of becoming Criston Cole. So Cole's a really important character, and I mean, this is a trick question. What'd you think about the girl that shot him? Who knows?
Who cares?
Yeah, they keep showing her and they just won't give her a character.
Like, she just is irrelevant. Like, I don't know her name. I don't know her tea. Like, I know nothing about her.
So, what would you say is your biggest criticism of the show this season? If you can name, like, one broad sweeping thing, or even multiple things. And then your favorite thing.
The way that Alicent and Rhaenyra just, like, feel weak.
Don't even mention Alicent's name in front of me, please.
They just, like, they feel scared all the time, which I get it. But also just, like, be powerful. Like, own that the way you were in season 1. Own that, like, you're so confident in yourself and your decisions and your house and your children that you don't care what anyone else really thinks. Despite one maybe not the best guy ever, or Helena being a little bit different. Like, I think that they just feel so, I don't know the word to say, just like
timid
but boring. Like, dull, that's better. That's because they're not boring, but they're not Daenerys.
They're not George's females.
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
And they came off that way in season 1, and I loved it, and that's what drew me in so much. And I think that's what made me fall in love with the show. And I don't know if that's the young actors that played them. Not really, because I love the other two actresses as well. Like, they're both phenomenal. It's just not, I don't know. I just don't love the way they're written this season.
But Millie Alcock's Rhaenyra had more fire, and I've been waiting to see that in this season, and it just wasn't shown. I should know the line off the top of my head. I'm going to be called a LARPer in the comment sections, but when Rhaenyra takes the Iron Throne, Alicent essentially tells her, "You're fucked, because my son is returning. Like, Aemond is coming with fire and blood, and you will die." So both Alicent and Rhaenyra are far closer to Cersei when the dance really starts to get going in the books than where they are now. And I guess because this is an opinion only you can write. Well, first of all, what was your favorite part of the season?
Aegon.
Okay, just
anything with him. I think even Aemond. I think they were both just so much more interesting than everyone else in their development and them finding themselves. Like, I think that has so much more power, unfortunately, than the other characters. And I don't know if they were trying to get you on Team Green this season. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, but and everyone on the internet as well, I've seen all of the edits. I've seen everything. Everyone's just so backing them. And I think it's such an interesting switch up because everyone fell in love with Rhaenyra. Everyone fell in love with Alicent. And that just, like, completely switched this season.
And to me, that's the irony, is this show, and this is my next question, a selling point for this show was always that it was a female-led story, that it was very feminist in nature. And now we're coming away with this season where a guy who is an abusive piece of shit is, if we're talking great characters that George would have created, he's the closest.
And what's unfortunate is Emma Darcy is that person. Like, they are so phenomenal at what they do. And I just don't understand why they're being portrayed that way. Like, why is Rhaenyra coming off like that? And it's not Emma Darcy's fault. Like I said, amazing actor, but, like, what is going on?
I had a commenter say on one of my other videos that there's a certain rage that none of the female characters are allowed to show. They're
just lacking any sort of just, like...
agency?
Yeah.
I've been saying that all season, agency. I think I'm sick of the word. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's tough. And I don't know. It's like a strange question, I guess, but as a woman watching the show, do you feel seen? Do you feel they're doing a good job?
Season 1, yes. Season 3, no.
I rewatched, and I saw an edit this morning, and it was Alicent and Rhaenyra fighting at the end of episode 7 with the dagger. And when Alicent goes, "Where is duty? Where is sacrifice?" And you see Rhaenyra look at the dagger and then look down at her arm. These are completely different characters.
They're completely different characters. And I understand Alicent. I tried to defend it for a very long time. You can second this. I tried to defend, like, she realized that her sons just, like, weren't the people she came out to be, and she didn't want this life, and she kind of just didn't raise them, and this is the result of her lack of care. But it's gone beyond that, and it's gone to the point where it just doesn't feel like her anymore, and she just... she knows that she made mistakes, but I don't think that would ever lead her to wanting to kill all of them.
So Ryan, funny, this is a live reaction. Ryan Condal said today, or yesterday, that if he could pick anyone to be in the Iron Throne right now, it'd be Alicent.
In season 1, absolutely. And I think...
literally my words.
Even when she's pretty much on the throne leading while he's dying, she's doing a great job. I don't know where that knowledge went. Like, why isn't she, like, puppeteering through Rhaenyra, like, trying to help her? Like, why isn't she just, like, trying to take agency? Why isn't she just trying to snake her way back in? She's just, I'm over it. She doesn't care.
Preach.
Like, I don't understand why she's not trying to pull the strings, because she so easily can. Rhaenyra has come to her so many times, and all she had to do was just open her mouth instead of sitting there doing nothing. I did like this season. It sounds a lot more negative.
See,
you bring it out of me.
No. You love to. You're a very positive person, so you love to do this thing where, oh, I liked it, and then we'll start talking about it, and then you'll be like, oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. I think we sharpen each other a little bit, because I come out, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then you're like, chill. And I think we usually meet in the middle and agree on most things when it comes to media. Most. I guess that this is you better talk about, because you're the one who made this point first. How did you feel about what they did with Daeron and the conclusion to the entire arc with Ormond?
I just don't understand why it was so unfinished. Like, I get they're trying to go into a new season and leave, like, a cliffhanger or whatever, but, like, the episode ended and I'm like, I hate that it's over. Like, and I guess that's what they were going for, and great job, kudos to you, I guess, for edging us all, but, like, how are you gonna end it like that? How are you just gonna leave it and give no explanation, just nothing? And I don't know. Because I was actually interested in that plot. I thought it was actually a good addition to this season if they gave it a little more emphasis and a little more oomph.
Mm-hmm.
It just lacked that, like, oomph.
Yeah, I was so disappointed by Daron. Because they set his arc up well. His whole thing is he's trying to overpower his abuser. He's in an abusive relationship, and now Ormond's dead. Mm-hmm. So how do you make that narratively
They
satisfying?
started doing that by him going against him and doing his own kind of thing and being
with Gwen and Corlys.
Yeah. And I thought that could have been more interesting, but I wanted him to lead it more.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to be him saying all this shit and, like, taking more ownership and kind of coming into his own a little bit, and they didn't do any of that. And he wasn't involved whatsoever, and he's kind of just, like, a figure for everyone else to operate around with, and I don't know why.
You could not tell me. You could not have all the same criticisms I do and say you like the show. You're just... what? You're so funny. Ugh, this is just... Man, do you have any questions for me? I know this is your video.
I wish I could ask them, but they're just gonna be answered next season. Maybe. So I don't want to really ask them.
Ask, I won't spoil. What are your questions? And I'll give you just...
They didn't acknowledge anything about Helena's kid.
Oh, you have no idea what you just started in the comment section. They did not. No, they did not.
They didn't say anything.
So, this is what I'll say without getting into it too much. Helena's death is debatably the single most important turn in Targaryen history. It's not number one, but it's in that top 10. And all of it, or a lot of it, has to do with Maelor, who's the child who was never born. And her death is what George read and said, I'm done. So your question that you're having, you are not losing your mind. You did not miss something. They have... I don't know how they do season 4. I have no idea. And to me, what's been the most troubling is just the overall lack of care for the universe. Rhaenyra's talking about the others, the White Walkers, the stuff in the far north. She's saying it to thousands of people. And we checked on stream. There are thousands of people in front of her. And no one's talking about it in Game of Thrones. That Rhaenyra Targaryen started talking about these ice zombies up north.
I feel like they should have just left that alone and stuck to dragons.
Oh, thank God he said that.
I feel like if they were going to do the show and have it be its own thing and have it be this, like, whimsical, fantastical thing with the dragons and the past and history, like, why involve the future?
This is a first for me, because you liked this. I remember you thinking this wasn't that bad for a while.
I liked the original vision with Daenerys and the dragons. I love that.
In season 2?
Yes, that is one of my favorite scenes ever. Mm-hmm. I think that shot specifically is beautiful, and I love it, and I have it in my phone still. Like, I love that.
It was a good shot.
I just don't understand why they keep mentioning it if it's not part of the plot. Like, I don't understand, but...
And to me, it just hurts.
Just have it be its own thing. Have it be historical. Have it... I don't know.
Because they're just connecting, like...
But they're connecting it to something that wasn't fully explored.
They're connecting it to season 8. They're connecting it to season 8 and then the Winds of Winter. Which... It's just so painful. That it's just... The prophecy stuff, I think it could have been fine early on, but the fact that they keep connecting it to things that I'm just not satisfied with or don't have, it feels like they're just mining the cash cow.
I just feel like instead of it being a vision about the White Walkers, have it be about Daenerys. Mm-hmm. Because that's what we're getting at, is that she was the prince that was promised, and, like, that's what we're trying to introduce, and that's what they did originally. So I don't understand why they keep flashing to White Walkers instead of just flashing to her.
And Daemon sees a girl, Daenerys, with dragons in the middle of a desert. Daemon says this to Rhaenyra. So why would Rhaenyra think she's the prince that was promised? And sure, you can say she's going crazy, but this is my biggest criticism, and you can let me know if you agree. The show doesn't connect its episodes properly. It feels like we're never flowing cohesively from one scene or one moment to another. Shit just be happening. So, sure, you can explain Rhaenyra went mad, but how did you get from I saw a girl with dragons, from your blood will come the prince that was promised, to Rhaenyra thinks she's the prince that was promised, without actually giving us context for why she now believes it's her.
But has she gone mad? She's like teetering on the edge of being really weird and being fully conscious.
I mean, she killed. I mean, it depends on what we classify as madness. She's not Dany mad, but I mean, she murdered the High Septon. So this the
yeah, but Cersei did worse, and Cersei's so much cooler.
So we could also talking about Cersei right now, and that's please.
Love that episode.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. We're cutting this. We're cutting this. No. I'm not actually going to cut this. No, everyone. No one's perfect. I still love you. Hopefully they still love you too. I'm kidding. But with Rhaenyra, the madness element, it just feels so half-baked. And I mentioned this to you earlier, how I got a comment on Twitch of someone saying that they thought they were doing the Azula to her, where when Azula goes to fight Zuko and Katara, she snips her hair and shit. But I think they think she looks cool as fuck. And to me, she's not.
I think it's just supposed to be war paint, and I just don't think it came across properly.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I think if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't put a dot and call it a day.
They're trying to make her look cool.
Make her look badass.
They're trying to make her look cool to go storm the Sept when the people aren't armed. So if it always feels like they're trying to have their cake and eat it too.
I just find it so funny that the original seasons of Game of Thrones had such a lower budget and such better costuming.
A Night of the Seven Kingdoms had, I think, a quarter of the budget.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And I know, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is also 2.5 hours compared to 8, but people are gonna ask you for your Night of the Seven Kingdoms opinions. Maybe we can do that one of these days.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I'm glad we're agreeing with 99% of. It's actually kind of crazy because I really thought you were going to come on here and disagree with me about a lot of stuff.
I'm a realist.
I never.
That doesn't mean I don't like it. I still.
What?
I'm not saying I loved the season. Like, I love the first season. Like, I obviously know this one has more flaws, but I still think there were redeeming qualities to not say it's Euphoria level awful.
Okay. It is not Euphoria.
If you know, you know.
That is fair. It's definitely not the worst show I've ever seen, but it is just for a Song of Ice and Fire product.
No, I understand
I mean,
I don't think it's... I don't know.
It's not even close to the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
I've obviously put a lot more thought into it since finishing it.
Uh-huh.
And I know that it has flaws, but I also know that the moments when Aegon's on screen, I'm locked in. The moments when Aemond is, like, kind of finding himself in a weird, twisted fantasy kind of way, and, like, it's just really interesting. And I think they are the redeeming qualities of this season. I think that they're putting more energy into trying to develop Corlys's sons than they should.
Did you...
I think Alan is so boring.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Alan just murdered the High Septon. Why did he do that? What are we talking about? When did Alan become super insecure about his lineage? I thought his whole thing in season 2 was that
he didn't want it and he didn't care. And I get coming into it and kind of wanting it, but like...
We're different in a sense where I'm far more intense with my hatred. You're far more chill and you're just like, oh, I like it, but we know the truth. We know the truth. You got that hate in your heart a little bit.
You know I do.
Oh man, what a season. Do you have any closing thoughts? Any final things you want to talk about or add?
Stop making the dragons hurt each other. I'm over it. I don't want to watch the dragons gang up on each other. And I get that's the point of the show. Whatever. But don't make it weird.
Yeah, you didn't love that dragon fight, did you? Yeah, so I was very critical of that too because it upsets me to watch the dragons fight, of course. But when you do it, it needs to be for a very specific reason. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I guess this leads me to my next question. Like, Rhaena's plotline, man. For that to be
it bothers me that... not Daenerys, oh my god. That Rhaenyra is treating Helena worse than her. Why? Like, I understand that she's a Hightower at heart. But she didn't do anything wrong. She kind of just exists.
The only good person in the whole show. Like, wholly good person.
Like, just be kind to her. Like, I understand keeping her hostage, whatever. But, like, being cruel to her makes absolutely no sense. Letting the girl who killed your son just, like, chill and vibe and forgive her in a sense, like, what?
And then just to get no closure on that arc.
No.
I don't know. See, to me...
That's my least, like, one of my least favorite parts of the season. It's just, like, what they did with that.
With the dragons hurting each other, that felt like a moment of spectacle where they just wanted to show the stupid
They just wanted the dragons to fight.
And to me, but then at the end, with the Battle of Tumbleton, that's when they're supposed to beef. And yet we don't see any real dragon fighting when they're supposed to be. But then they add it in when it's not necessary. It's not necessary. And that bothers me. That bothers me that they just don't... The allocation of money and just where they're placing it with the dragons, just, I don't know, top to bottom, just got issues. But yeah.
Shout out Caraxes.
You like Caraxes? Who's your favorite dragon?
I like Caraxes, but like...
Sunfire's my favorite.
Sunfire,
Sunfire's the GOAT. There's no way.
Come on now.
When he rolled back up, see...
Daeron's is also really pretty and cute.
Dasarian looks like a big pitbull.
Yeah.
That scene... Because me and you, we were freaking out. We were so happy. We were so excited.
That's the most, like, hype I've gotten since, like,
it's been a
OG
while.
Thrones.
It's been a while. Yeah, honestly. Because I got hyped for Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but I knew it was coming. With this, that's not in the books, by the way. So,
but, like... Also, Rhaenyra did have some good moments. Like, that moment where she served everyone rats, I was hype. Like, I was just like, I can't believe she did that. Like, good shit. Like, that kind of just disappeared. And they started doing it, and they had it. And I don't know where it went. And I get they're trying to humanize her a little bit more. But, like, fuck that. This is Game of Thrones. Like, I want to see the false fantasy, like... regal energy, and she just lost it.
And she can still be human in that.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think it's way more human for her to freak out and be angry
100%.
than it is for her to be chill and vibe and not
100%
show that.
Yeah, that scene, Aegon's scene being so good is what leads me to be more sour on the rest of the show or the season.
Because they know how to do it.
Yeah, the fact that they pulled it off and just the fact that it exists speaks we should feel that all the time. Mm-hmm. When you're rewatching Game of Thrones, when I was watching for the first time with you, it was this... I think people forget how great those early... unbelievable. The best TV we've ever had ever. And with House of the Dragon, especially after becoming such a fan of the books, this is the highest standard TV and books can have. Like, it is the most S tier of S tier. So if you're not delivering S tier, I'm going to ask what is going on. And when you're delivering, like, season 2 of Severance was better than the season of House of the Dragon. Season 2 of Severance?
Severance is great, yeah. That came out of nowhere, but yeah.
I'm saying season 2 of Severance, Succession, like, these are all great shows that I would place over House of the Dragon, when to me it should be, all of these shows are great. But then you got prime Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And instead, we're debating bullshit because the writers are just...
But it had some good moments. Like, the Battle of the Gullet was phenomenal. That whole episode was really well done. I really liked it. See? This is where we differ. Because I do have positives. I think that scene... that whole episode I thought was really good.
I have positives. I enjoyed watching it with you.
Oh, how sweet. What are your positives about the show? Other than Aegon.
I really liked episode 3 through and through. I think it's one of the best episodes of the whole show. I think the dragons, of course, look good. Oh man, I almost said Ormond, but no, not anymore because I don't like how they concluded his character. I really liked Alan and Corlys during the Battle of the Gullet.
I like their interactions. I liked their chemistry. Mm-hmm. Once they kind of separated, Alan just kind of...
Yeah, gonna be honest.
He wasn't as powerful. I have a really big problem with the lack of power that the characters represent.
If we're talking consistent positives, the only thing I'm coming out of the season saying, okay, I like this all the way through, was Aegon's plotline. Mm-hmm. I also like what they did with Ulf for the most part. I honestly, Tyland Lannister, did not expect him to become one of the better characters this season. But other than that, I mean, do you even remember? I mean, because I forgot about it, that there's a whole arc with Daemon and Rhaena and the conflict with Daemon between Rhaenyra and Rhaena. You see, there are all these things that just sound so great on paper and were so mishandled.
Yeah.
And that just, it kneecaps the whole season.
I like it for Daemon's perspective. I don't think it really did anything necessarily for Rhaena or Rhaenyra. I like that it kind of brought him down to earth a little bit and had to make him decide, like, okay, what matters more to me? And he picked protecting his kid, which is beautiful, and I love that.
Yep.
But where'd it go?
Yeah.
I wish it would have been more like Rhaenyra's pissed and, like, is trying to not kill her, but, like, actively, like, be angry with her. And Daemon had to step in and be like, yo, chill out, calm down. Like, it should have been her going over the edge and him having to protect his daughter. But they didn't explore that whatsoever, and they kind of just, like, let her sit in a room and be. And I think if they would have explored that, I would have been really intrigued by it.
So I actually pitched a scene to chat that I can tell you now. You tell me what you think about this. I think Rhaenyra should have brought Rhaena to the Iron Throne and have Rhaenyra sitting on the throne with her crown, have Daemon come in and speak on behalf of Rhaena, and have Daemon logically break down why this was a mistake, why Rhaena didn't mean to do it, why Rhaenyra should show mercy. And in that moment, you have Rhaenyra recognize the truth in that, but still be so furious because she played a role in the death of her son that she's gripping the Iron Throne so tightly that she slices her hand open.
Yeah,
something like that. And then you have her tell Daemon, I understand. You need to get her the fuck away from me because I will kill her.
Yeah.
Have her...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would love that.
You could have a moment where it's Rhaenyra is allowed to be cruel and allowed to be ferocious, allowed to be a dragon.
Yeah.
And then still...
They didn't allow her to do that at all.
And then still have her not be insane. Because
I can't say it all. They did allow her to do it, like, twice. But I wanted to see more of it. I didn't want them to portray her as, like, the fool woman queen that
crying.
Everyone... Not even too much crying. Too much just, like, weakness overall to the people of Westeros. Like, why is she coming across as, like, oh, she's the woman or whatever? Like, I understand that that's there, but, like, have her be the woman and have people, like, respect that.
Body of a woman, heart of a king.
And she didn't have that.
Yeah, that...
And they tried to make it seem like she was going to, and that fell off with... Especially with that last scene in the speech. I think if she would have, like, really gave it her all, instead of coming across as, like, this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about, I think that would have changed a lot for me.
Are we sure she likes the show? I don't know. I feel you're being a little too logical and critical to be like, oh, the show was great. You know?
wanted me to hold the microphone and speak.
You're doing amazing. That's my point. Yeah. Rhaenyra and Alicent, what we could have had. One day you'll read the books. One day.
Yeah.
One day you will, and you can get... I mean, they do a great job in Game of Thrones. They really do. But specifically Catelyn in A Song of Ice and Fire, different beast of a character. Dany is great in the early seasons of Game of Thrones. She's better in the books. Catelyn, that's Heart of a King. That's a woman who had that shit locked.
Cersei has it.
Cersei as well. It's different with Cersei, but Catelyn, you're gonna love Catelyn. I think she'll be your favorite character when you read the books. On the spot, best looking actor.
I go back and forth. I think right now for me it's Jace.
Mr. Mogg.
Right now.
You think he's better than Criston Cole?
Yeah.
It's fair. He's a really good looking guy.
I go back and forth between him and Aegon. Right now.
Yeah. I agree. Can I answer for best looking woman?
Go ahead.
Season 1 Alicent.
I mean, I said that too.
Season 1 Alicent.
I said that too.
I don't know what, and then they made it look stupid this season.
Queen, if you see this, hit me up. Send me a DM. We'll chat.
What did they do to her this season with the hair? What?
I said that. I said, what is going on with her vibe? Like, she's just not... I don't know.
The Alice... You've seen the memes, right?
Yeah, I love it. Me at work every day.
Yeah, but we've been here for 40 minutes, which is incredible. I did not think this video was going to go on for this long, but I'm very happy it did.
We gotta catch a flight tomorrow to see the play in England.
Yes. So I'll pull you on for that review too. I'll do my own, and then I'll pull you on for one as well. Because, God, I don't even. You're like, what? The fact that
I am full of surprises, folks.
The fact that you're going to this play is hilarious. Because the only people I know that are going are the most uber of A Song of Ice and Fire nerds. And you're a Game of Thrones person. Don't get me wrong, but you haven't even read the books, and you've met George.
You wouldn't have read the books.
I wouldn't have read the books.
I didn't introduce you to Game of Thrones.
The channel would not exist if we didn't have a debate over knowledge of Thrones.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, whoever's watching. Could be either way.
Mm-hmm. I guess with all that being said, do you have any closing thoughts you want to add?
I think that if they can lock in for season 4 and showcase the power that these individual people hold, they could redeem it a little bit. For me, personally, if they can show that they still have what it takes to write a good character, but we're lacking a little bit, and I think that the ending of this season made people question a little bit.
Sweet summer child. No idea, bro. Oh my god. Oh, I cannot wait to come back to this in 2 years when season 4 comes out, and you'll be like, never mind.
We'll see.
But yeah, I guess with all that being said, we will be in London having a good time, and probably making some videos there about the play and stuff. And yeah, I guess with all that being said, do you want to do the outro for me? Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Sure.
So I go, and with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I sincerely hope to catch you in the next one. Peace, with a peace sign. You got to go for it.
That was a lot of words, so I'm just going to do my own thing and not listen to you at all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on this season, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Very media trained exit. Peace.